Hi, within this section we're going to solve a new CTF which is called Wakanda, and it resides under the onehub.com, which is a fantastic website because there are a couple of actually there are hundreds of virtual machines over here. Of course they are vulnerable machines, and this website is completely free. So we're gonna start with those. We're gonna take a look at a couple of those, and first of which is going to be Wakanda. So this is a movie, maybe you know that, the Black Panther movie, and I didn't even watch the movie, but we're gonna try and solve this CTF together. Okay, so if you search for Wakanda and if you just find this machine over here, this is released in 5th of August 2018, and as you can see there are a couple of download mirrors over here. Just download one. Okay, so it downloads an OVA file so that you can run it easily on your VirtualBox. And here we have a description. It's always a good idea to read about description. This is only hint that we're gonna get in this virtual machine. In the previous section, when we try and solve the bandit, we had a lot of tips, a lot of briefs, a lot of descriptions, but this is the only one that we're ever going to get. Okay, and it only says that we're gonna get the root. Okay, so there are 3 flags. So flag 1, flag 2, and the root txt, and we're gonna find them. So this is the essence of capture the flag. Okay, we're gonna capture those flags, and this is kind of intermediate level machine. So anyway, as you can see, there isn't too much hint over here. It just says follow your intuitions and enumerate. So this is about enumeration, and there is a logic that we solve all of those CTFs during the course. So we're gonna start with this thing, and we're going to move on to other things where we focus on other areas rather than enumeration. Okay, so download this OVA. Of course I downloaded it in order not to make you wait, and read the descriptions, and then you can run it on your VirtualBox. I'm gonna show you how to install it. Once you download the OVA, you're gonna have to double click on it and just import it as it is. Okay, we can change the settings later on. Just make sure you import it. Of course, if you're using something else than VirtualBox like VMware, you're gonna have to make sure that you find a way to import your OVA into VMware, but I believe this machine is specifically built for VirtualBox, so since VirtualBox is free, you can download it and use it anyway. So make sure this is Linux and Debian 64-bit, and for the RAM, I'm gonna leave it at 1 gig. Okay, video memory, we're not even going to need that, so let me just go over here. Network is important. I'm gonna make it into the NAT network. Okay, because that's my Kali operates. That's where my Kali operates. I'm gonna make the promiscuous mode allow all. And here you go. My Kali is working on the NAT network. Please be aware of that. It's very important. They have to connect with each other. So make sure you both put them on the same NAT network. Okay. Of course, if you're working with some other network like NAT or bridge adapter, it's fine too. Make sure they actually communicate with each other. So here you go. This is our Wakanda machine, and as you can see, it asks for a login, but we don't know how to log in over here. We don't have a hint on that. We're just going to have to just hack this through the Kali Linux. So I'm gonna open my Kali Linux, and I believe we don't even know the IP address of that machine yet, but we can just do a net discover or nmap in order to get the IP of the target machine. So let me just run ifconfig. Here you go. We are on 10.024, so I'm gonna run net discover with the range of 10.020/24. So I believe you know how to do this stuff. Okay, how to get the IP from in an internal network. And if your net discover doesn't work, you can always go with the nmap as well. You can run nmap with a range like this. Okay, like we did in the net discover, just make sure you get the IP address of the target machine. That's where we start, right? We're gaining information over here, we're gathering information, and we're just going to enumerate a little bit. We're gonna go into the active scan, which is mmap basically later on. But we're gonna have to see the IP address of the target machine, and here we are. So 10.02.14, I believe we are on 10.02.4, so 10.02.14 must be the target machine. And as you can see, we already see the open ports over here. And net discover isn't even complete yet, but we can always get the IP from here. Anyway, our path is clear, I believe. We're gonna have to run an nmap scan against this 10.02.14. So I'm gonna open a new tab over here. You can run an nmap scan, or you can just use mmap, whichever you want. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the mmap. I'm gonna go for the service over here, so SSSV. Okay, and if you have a favorite nmap scan, you can always go for that and see if you get the appropriate result back. I'm gonna search for all ports in 10.02.14. So remember, this -p- stands for all ports. So I'm just gonna see if we have like any other open ports rather than this. And yeah, I believe we can't use the face scan over here, so I'm gonna just make it A. So here you go. Now it started mmap against 10.02.14. Of course, it's going to take some time. If you want, you can always pause this. And here you go. We have the net discovery scan results back in here as well. So 10.02.14 is the target, and we can see the MAC address over here. You can go for the mmap if you want. As I said before, you can just choose the intent scan or any other scan profiles from here, and you can see the command over there. Nmap is just a GUI, so as mmap is just a GUI, you can always run nmap from your terminal. Here you go. So we have various ports over here, which is surprising. Oh no, not surprising, because we have already seen the 80, 111, and 33 over here. I believe we have an extra one, but we're gonna take a look at all of those things, right? So the important thing is we have the result back, and we have the services and stuff. So other important thing is make note of that. So I'm gonna go into my documents. I'm just gonna go into my CTF folder, and I'm gonna create a new Wakanda folder over here, which is where we're going to save all the notes regarding to this CTF. So I'm going to create a new notes text notes file over here, like note.txt, okay, with nano, and I'm gonna copy and paste the nmap scan results over there, so that if we just close this terminal by mistake, we can always go back and see what it was. So I'm gonna paste over here like that. So here you go. Now we have the mmap scan result. I'm gonna say Control O, enter, Control X. Now it's saved. Great. Now if I cat this out, we can see the mmap result every time we do that. So far, so good. So I believe this was the first step. Now we are ready to analyze the results back from the mmap and make our way into this machine, right? So let's do that within the next lecture together.